EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one.
McPherson's kick is good. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
All again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
He's going to have the first down and then some. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Breece Hall. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Bengals 10, Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders, the kicker for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still going double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
After one, 17-7 is our score. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Jason Sanders to keep on forming.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. On play action, they'll throw. And this is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Now back to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally.
Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit. They'll
go again with Hall. And a Across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Ball again on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The kick by Sanders is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
This is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Ball again on second down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. On second down, a run with Hall. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Hall again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Miami. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on third and inches. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now second and 11 from the 32. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Back to throw here. That ball caught by Campbell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A 5-yard pickup brings up 4th down and goal.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come out in the pistol. Gets it out, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run with Hall. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a good-looking run there as they take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Here's a give up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock. But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run with Mostert off the option. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Bengals, yes, the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl as we say thank you for watching and good night.